Can you believe it? Such skilled knife forging techniques come from our partner factory in Pakistan. This factory specializes in crafting the famous Damascus outdoor survival knives far from ordinary blades. Inside the factory, there's a well-established production line. First, a worker is responsible for selecting and stacking steel sheets. Although this task may seem simple, it is indeed relatively easy. The sheets are then handed off to the next worker, who clamps them onto a workbench and continuously hammers them with an iron rod, trying to align them neatly. He resorts to welding them with full force if that doesn't work. Here's an eye protection tip for my followers. After a few strikes, the welding process is smoothly completed. The next step involves heating the steel. A worker, head wrapped in a bandage, continuously adds charcoal to the furnace until the steel turns red hot. The steel is then passed on to another worker, one of the few in the factory skilled in using the air hammer. His technique has earned the boss's approval, as he efficiently operates it. After repeated hammering, the billet finally reaches the desired shape. This master craftsman has 20 years of experience forging knives and perfected his skills by age 35. Once the billet is shaped, the most crucial step is creating the Damascus pattern. With practiced precision, he twists the billet into a spiral, repeatedly pressing and hammering it, causing the oxides to fall away slowly. Then, the billet undergoes further processing. Pakistani craftsmen follow the principle of efficiency, usually avoiding using thick steel plates directly for the knives. Instead, the billet is first heated, and once the Damascus pattern becomes visible, it is gradually flattened using a rolling machine. After multiple stages of processing, the steel reaches the right thickness. At this point, the factory's artist steps in, using a stencil and a white pen to sketch the knife's shape on the steel. An experienced cutter then uses a plasma cutter to cut out the blade's blank. Next comes grinding the blade into its final shape. A young apprentice takes the lead for the first time. Despite the master's disapproval nod, the apprentice finishes grinding the edge. To increase the blade's hardness, the craftsmen perform a quenching process. The heated blade blank is plunged into oil to cool down, and the Damascus pattern gradually emerges on the blade. Finally, after multiple rounds of grinding, the blade develops a smooth finish. Since this is an outdoor survival knife, the craftsman handcrafted saw teeth along the spine for added functionality. Lastly, the blade is attached to a welded handle, and after an acid wash, the Damascus pattern becomes even more prominent. The final steps involve decorating and polishing the handle to ensure ergonomic comfort. At this point, the Damascus knife is nearly complete. Have you learned the process? If you had to rate the Pakistani craftsmen on a scale of 1 to 10, how many points would you give them?